So if you clicked on this video, chances are you don't feel like you're fitting in, and that's okay. By the end of this video, I hope to share with you how not fitting in is a strength of yours and how you can use that to get to the highest level of where you want to be. If that's college baseball, that's fine. If that's the MLB, that's fine. If you want to get to anything, whatever dream you have, you can get there. And right now you may be feeling like you're not fitting in, but you can get to wherever dream, and using the feelings that you have right now is going to propel you. Okay. So if you don't know who I am, I'm former MLB player Jermaine Curtis. And to explain to you how you can reach your dreams, I first need to take you back to where I grew up. And I grew up in a place where you are one decision away from changing the course of your life. I mean, one decision. And I got lucky throughout the course of my life. There were situations where I know it could have went bad for me. Just to give you an example of like where I come from, in my area, we had riots. Can you imagine being in a place where they're having 100 on 100 people fighting against each other at your school at one time? The fighting's so big, they locked the school down. There's helicopters coming across your school, and you have reporters in helicopters above your school. You can't get out of the school because they just shut everything down, locked the doors because things are just going crazy. That's where I came from. And it's mainly race versus race, blacks versus Hispanics. So that was a tension that we had at our school, and it usually happened once or twice a year. And if I can find newspaper clippings or anything from my school, I'll post it so you can see. But that is what happened on a regular basis every year while I went to school. It was crazy. There would be like weapons all in the bushes. It was insane. So as you can see, I come from a place where you had to fight. You had to fight to live, fight to survive, fight to thrive. It was a place where some of you may be going through right now, and that molded me. And that right there is the reason why I reached to where I got to. And I know that's another video, but that is part of it, is the way I grew up. Now, when it comes to not fitting in, I played baseball. And if you guys don't know the statistics, but there's only like 7 to 8% of black players playing at the professional level. When I was playing, it was like 7 to 8%. So it's super low. And if you go lower across America, it's lower. It becomes lower than that. So I grew up in Southern California, and I was always the black player. Always. If you want to make a joke on it, I was the token one. I never felt like I fit in. I was either too black for the white players. I was too white for the my black friends. My black friends would be like, man, you too white, you an Oreo. And then on the other side, the white players was like, you're too black. And then the Hispanics, we already had that tension, even though, now I look back, most of my relationships were with the Hispanics. So that's crazy to even think about. But that's where I felt. I felt in between everyone all the time. I remember, when I was growing up, people would go to the malls, and you're probably super young right now if you're watching this. You probably don't go to the mall that much. If you do, I would love to hear if you guys go to the mall by comment below. But growing up, people would go to the mall. And what you do at the mall is you watch movies. Most of the guys were trying to talk to girls. You know what I mean? That's what you did. You would go out, and that was how you have fun. You go to the malls. I never did that because I was playing in tournaments. I was playing in tournaments across the country. I'd be so excited to play in these tournaments, but I'd be so excited to go and, it'd be Friday night and I'm going to a new place to play. And I was pumped up about it. You know what I mean? Because I love baseball. And then on Monday, I would come back to school and everybody be talking about the mall, the movies, all that stuff. And I'd never be able to connect because I was playing baseball. I was doing what I loved at that moment. And it always felt like I didn't connect. I always felt alone. I always felt like I didn't want to do baseball because it's tough when wherever you go, you are always alone. You're just not fitting in. You feel isolated. You feel that burning pain inside your stomach. And even now talking about it, I can feel it in my stomach. And so I felt that every Monday, and it always be like, I wish I could hang with you guys. I wish I could do that. But I was staying true to myself, and I wanted to play baseball. I loved it. And I think this is the reason why. It's because not fitting in amongst my peers, amongst those different groups, the one place I did fit in was baseball, because in between the lines, it's all about your performance and how well you do. So what I did was I used all that pain that I felt. Instead of hiding it, I put it into baseball. I used that to power me. I used that to make me better, propel me forward. And that's what I want to say to you guys out there. The pain that you're feeling from not fitting in is a strength of yours. Use it. This is how athletes, this is how people become successful. They use that pain. They use that doubt. They use all that to propel them forward. It becomes your why. The fact that I did not fit in was the reason I was able to fit in. And that took me from high school. I would be in the cage, I would work on my craft, and I became good. And then I went to college, I went to UCLA, and at UCLA, my number was number 1. I was the only black player, and my number was number 1, which is funny now, but they wouldn't do anything like that. I love my coaches. They're like my second parents over there at UCLA. Love them. And I was the only black player there. And again, I didn't fit in because most of the kids now that were there, they grew up from a wealthy background. And here I was from a place where we were fighting all the time. There's kids there at my UCLA that were driving like $200,000 cars, $300,000 cars. It was just insane. I had never been around that much wealth. And here I am, person that's grinded my entire life, and here I'm on the stage with them and beating them, to be honest, and to be truthful, beating them. And then from there, going to the pro route, and then, grinding up all the way to the highest level. And the reason why I became successful is because, again, not fitting in allowed me to fit in. I wanted to prove that since I didn't fit in, you're going to accept me. And I used that. It motivated me. It was my why. If it was 2 people, and it's you right now, the person who's watching this, and it's another person. Now I'm going to use sports terms because it's easy for me. If you guys are battling for the same position and you have a why, you're going to beat him. And what I mean is, if you have a reason, something that's deep down in your core that you truly believe in, something that nobody could take away from you, something that drives you when things are just not working out for you and you're still pumping forward, you're going to beat that person all day, every day. Every single day, you're going to crush them. That's what I had. I had my why. And you have that right now. Use that to your advantage. Use that pain that's inside of you. Go and practice. Go do more homework. Whatever it is right now that is eating you inside, making you feel alone, use it. The reason why I'm making this video is because I wish I would have had this when I was younger. Someone telling me, hey, it's okay. You're all right. You're not fitting in right now, but that's okay. You're not alone. I know you're going through this right now and you're feeling like nobody understands you and you have no one to talk to about this. And that's how I felt. I couldn't talk to anybody about this because of the situation I was in. I was in the middle of everybody. Not many people were going through what I was going through. So it was tough. So if you're that player and you're going through something similar, I want you to comment below. If you're that person that's going through something similar, I want you to comment below. I want you to know that there's a community here. There's someone that is going through what you're going through, and it's okay. You can use this as a strength to propel you to wherever you want to go, to reach your dreams. If you want to play in college, you can do that. If you want to play in the MLB, you can do that. Just harness it, because this is power inside you. It's power. It's not a weakness. It's power. And if you use it the right way, it can really, really transform your life as it did mine. I want to thank you for watching. I'm former MLB player Jermaine Curtis. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button for me. It helps me with that algorithm, and subscribe to the channel. I want to make more videos like this. So if you enjoyed this, comment below, let me know. And yeah, thank you for your time. I hope this helped you out.